So last session, I showed you how to filter the rows based on the column values and fetch the records. So in this one, in this video, I will show you how to do some operations based on the columns values. So now let's take experience or something like that. Python project, and let me open this names.csv. So we have values. The third value is a number, and the fifth one is salary, right? Fifth one is salary. The last one income. Okay. So let's say uh, for each of these employees, let me calculate income tax for the income. So that includes so much of slabs and all. But for just for testing purpose, let me take it simple as less than 10,000. I will keep 15%, and less than 40,000 I'll keep 20%, and something like that. Okay, so let me just correlate these things. I'll keep 3 slabs for simplicity. 15% if it is between 10,000 and 40,000, and 20% if it is between 40,000 and 80,000, and if it is more than that, and if it is outside this slab, let's keep it 25% for simplicity. So for this one, the last field is the income, right? So I will create one more column for this one. So till here the data will get printed. Indexing this one. Oh God. Somehow, if I launch the VM directly with the VirtualBox tools, it is crashing on my machine. So I'm connecting with the RTP only. Even though I used 12 GB RAM and 4 cores for this one. Maybe I need to update that box tools also, I guess. Let me show you that CSV also. I want aggregate for this, the last one. Okay. So, and for this one, for this particular video, I'll be using Lambda functions. I hope you are familiar with that. If not, you can just search for lambdas in Python in YouTube and you can find simple 5 to 6 minutes video. Or I will create that video when I have time. So let me delete all these entries. So this is blank names.js, which should send directly. So I'm adding, so this is having these particular columns and those got printed. Okay. So now let me add one more column to this as it is internally treated as a list. So let me insert and show you type of data. Pandas data frame. In the data frame object, you can go and check the members of this data class. You understand. Yeah? So in this data frame class data, and when you press dot, you will get the members of that. Understood? So to this particular variable, I'm adding one more column to it. Let's keep tax or tax percentage. So equal to, so I'm calculating the tax percentage particular list. So in this data, fetch the income column, and for every income column, apply this lambda. So X refers to individual elements of all these income rows, individual row. Whenever we are iterating through all the rows, the individual income value treated as X here. It will be 0.15. If it is between 10,000 and 40,000, else it will be 0.2. If 40,000 is less than or 50,000, or else it will be 0.25. Okay. So now I'm adding tax percentage, right? Now let me type the data again and see whether it added any extra tax percentage. You see, it added extra tax percentage. Okay, one more column added. So whenever I add a new entry like this, the new column will be added to that one. So let me add one more column with the final value. the taxes applied. Let's say taxes applied. It will be income into that tax percentage, right? It's not actually percentage, it's a decimal value. Tax portion. So this data will come, both of them applied. Tax portion and tax subject. So this is how we are adding. So here I have added extra two elements, right? So let's say I want to drop some of the columns. Let's say the shutters I don't want. City, address and state I don't want, let's say. So for that, what we can do is after printing this data, let me drop some of it so that you can observe the difference. Let me list down what are the columns I don't want. I don't want city. Let's keep city. Let's remove state. Let's remove last name. Area code. Tax portion is not required. Anyway, we are calculating. We are showing the tax applied, right? So tax portion is not required. So these are the columns I want to remove. So this one, data drop is one function. To this one, I will specify what are the columns to drop. If it is a single value, we can directly mention here. Or if it is multiple values, create a list out of that and pass a list. And keep in place to replace the same variable. Or it will create another object and unit item. But in place, it will be if testing this one itself. You see, tax portion tax is applied. In this one, tax portion is removed, and last name is also removed. Others are showing the dots because it is a big output. You can write that to an Excel also. Data dot to Excel taxes. Yeah. Right click and copy paths. Should be very some folder. Taxes. You see, got one more column as taxes are there. And in this one, Miss the last name and all. So this is how we can delete the records also in that one. And applying creating one more column and applying the aggregate functions on top of this. So this one actually we are calculating a particular column value and creating one more column based on that column value for each record actually. So it's this operation is specific to that record only, but it internally it collects data from those columns. Let's say we want to group multiple records and multiple rows and create a values on them. In that case, what we can do is we can use this group by function, or let's say before that, let me add one more column under this drop. Let me comment all these things and print this one. And let me add this also. So after printing the data, what I will do is I'll create one more column. That one, let's say some testing, and I will keep that value as false by default. Now let's say I will create one more condition so that I will update this value based on that condition. Let's say data dot location to check for the values. If the value is based on the column, the data income should be less than 60,000. If the income is less than 60,000, that's all. Then if the value is so which value it is testing that, then set that value as true. Okay. Now let me print that data and see. So some are true and some are false, right? Now let's say now let me group these values then, because we have two different values, right? One is some are with false and some are with true. So three values are with false and three values are with true. So let them group by with these values then. Group by which column? Testing. And I want to get the data. And I want to sort the final values based on the income. Now print the data. You see? It's grouping elements. The average values. And sorted based on the average values. This is here, the true value and false values. Interesting. So this is how we will do the basic operations in pandas. That's it. And if you have any doubts and if you want more explanation on these concepts, just provide in the comments so that we can discuss further and create new videos. Thanks for watching.